everyone. Good day, ma'am. So my name is Ivy Civilian. So my topic is all about gender and conflict in Mindanao. So on October 31, 2000, the Security Council adopted a resolution on women and peace and security by the UN Security Council. The resolution aimed to prevent the violation on women's rights, to promote women's participation in peace negotiation, post-conflict reconstruction, to protect women and girls from sexual violence in times of war. It has agreed that women had a vital role for shaping peace through their social contribution as citizens, educators, economic actors, mothers, community mediators, and leaders of civil society groups. So more than 10 years have passed since the UN Resolution 1325, issued by the UN Security Council, urged the global community to pay attention. The concern of women and girls in a conflict scenarios should be taken into account while planning the initiative to promote peace and resolve disputes. So UNSCR contains UNSCR 1325 contains 4 pillars. First is protection, second prevention, third resolution, and the last is recovery. Under the first pillar, protection, UNSCR 1325 recognizes the contribution of women in a peace building and conflict resolution processes. Thus, it calls for the increased participation of women in decision-making processes at national, regional, and international levels. So the second pillar is prevention. It urged organizations and countries consider gendered issues at the policy-making levels in order to prevent attacks on women. The third pillar is resolution. It acknowledged that wars and armed conflicts have gendered aspects. The resolution also urged warring parties need to protect women's rights, including guarding women and girls from gender-based violence. The fourth and the final pillar is recovery. It agencies to adopt a gender perspective in a peace operation, negotiation, and agreements, and to include women in a resolution and recovery phase. Women's contribution, according to a 2025 study by Nolan Heiser, at all levels is urged by UNSCR 1325, which rightfully argues that the inclusion of women will create stable and inclusive policies. So let's move on for the Geographic and Ethic Profile. Mindanao is the largest island in the Philippines, comprising 21.5 million people and having 37,657 square meters. Majority are Christian. For centuries, Mindanao has been the home of indigenous people and Muslim called Moro. Bangsamoro is defined as the Moro nation. Mindanao has six regions: Zamboanga Peninsula, Mindanao, Caraga Region, Davao Region, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So, as I've said, Philippines, with a population of 21.5 million people, covering an area of 37,657 square miles, although Christians are an overwhelming majority in the Philippines, Mindanao has for centuries been home to both indigenous people and Muslims called Moro or Bangsamoro. While the Moro share a common identity as Muslims, they are also quite diverse. There are 13 different ethnic groups, each speaking their own languages.